Hey everybody, it's Conrad from 8Dio, and today I am here with the new Terrie from our Forgotten Voices series. So Terrie is a solo vocal instrument that specializes in African gospel, soul, and R&B phrases. However, she is capable of fitting into many more styles. So what I've done in this video, I've written a few small musical examples. We're going to listen to a little bit of them without Terrie, and then we will add her in, and you can hear how she will just take it to another level. So let's jump right into it. First off, I have a fun little funky track here, and I'm going to go ahead and mute Terrie, and let's go ahead and listen to a few bars without her. Okay, and now using our soul patch, let's go ahead and take a listen to what she brings to this. You can really hear the emotion behind her voice and that she's just adding so much more to that little example. And this is using just a few phrases from one patch. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and look at the user interface here. And you'll see there's a few different articulations here or sets of phrases. And I want you to take notice of the keyboard down here. I'm going to go through each one of these articulations and you're going to see how many phrases are in each. So all of that is coming from just one patch. So the best way to describe this library is it is full of content. So let's keep moving on. Let's go to the next example, which is a fun little jazzy one. And this one is going to make use of our Scat and vocal effects patch, which is a lot of fun. In fact, you're going to see there's a lot of content here as well. We have things such as your breath noises, some really fun things like banshee, monkey sound effects. So a lot of fun things there, but I'm going to be making use of the different scat articulations and phrases. So let's go ahead and listen to the example without Terrie. Okay, and now let's bring her in. So you can hear with that one, it's a little more subdued. She's not just screaming all these phrases. She can be very sensitive and subtle in all these phrases. And then at the end there, I absolutely love that phrase. In fact, I'm going to solo it. Just that beautiful growl she puts in the beginning of her voice for this phrase. Just absolutely love it. So now let's go into a fun little space rock example, as I like to say. And this one is making use of our gospel patch. Now we have two gospel patches, and we're just going to use gospel 1 here. And this is using only 5 phrases from one articulation. So let's go ahead and listen to it without her. Okay, now let's go ahead and bring her in. So one of the problems you frequently run into with phrase-based libraries are either you have to write the music around the phrases, or there aren't that many phrases, and when you hear a piece of music that uses one, you know exactly which library it is. But Terrie completely avoids this because there are a ton of phrases, and this is a phrase-based library that you can pretty much improvise with, which is how that little example was written using Terrie. And once again, I can't say it enough, that was only 5 phrases from one patch, and you can see how many articulations are in that single patch. So let's go ahead and jump to the next one, and this is going to make use of our second gospel patch, used in a little electronic R&B track. So let's go ahead, listen to it without Terrie. So, pretty simple, nothing amazing going on there, but just wait till Terrie comes in and she will make it amazing. So you can hear just how much she added to a simple loop of only a few instruments. I mean, she is the emotion of that example. And so now I'm going to talk about our African patches. So let me go ahead and pull those up. And right off the bat, you can see a lot of articulations here. But you may also notice that there is a little scroll bar here. So in each one of these patches, there are even more articulations. And I'm going to use that word again. Content. And you know what? I'll use it 2 more times. Content. I need basically a whole video to go over just the African patches. There are so many cool things in here.
Hey, I was so tired,
So just a few from African 1. Let's jump into African 2. There's one in here I really like. And the thing that makes this one interesting is I'll play one note, and I'll play another one. And you may be thinking, well, that's the same phrase, but actually if I play them together, you actually get this really cool ensemble sound. So you almost get multiple singers, and you can keep adding on to your ensemble. And there's multiple phrases in this, so for instance, all together, you get this really cool ensemble sound. And you can just do 2 together, so sort of just 2 singers singing together. So it's just this really awesome ensemble building that you have. So you're getting so much out of this library. And the way I like to put it is, if you can't find something that works for your song, you just haven't dug into the library far enough. Okay, so now we're going to listen to Terrie in the context of an entire piece. And you're going to hear throughout this that she's going to be adding a lot of interest to the more simple, sparser orchestrated parts, and then for the big climactic sections, she's just going to take it to another level with the passion in her voice. So head on over to 8dio.com and be sure to check out the new Terrie for yourself. This is where I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to let her take the lead.